Chapter 1. The Child of Ashes. The autumn wind swept through the dusty alleys of Brizrash, lifting clouds of ash mixed with the scent of hot iron. The village, clinging to the gray cliffs overlooking the sea of black sapphire, seemed forgotten by the world, where routine hammered the days like the blows of a blacksmith on an anvil. In Darian's forge, the fire crackled, casting dancing shadows on the soot-covered walls. Kalen, 17 years old, struck the glowing iron with fierce intensity, sweat streaming down his forehead. His grip was strong, but each blow echoed with a silent fury, as though the hammer was striking invisible thoughts. Slower, grumbled Darian, a man with arms like tree trunks, his salt and pepper beard dotted with ash. Strength without control is just a useless storm. Kalen grimaced, wiping his forehead with the sleeve of his shirt. He didn't reply. It was always the same lesson. But how could he explain this rage? He didn't even understand himself. This fire burning beneath his skin since he was a child, this strange rune, etched just above his heart, faintly pulsing on full moon nights. After hours of work, they sat by the fire, sharing coarse bread and lukewarm soup. Darian placed a heavy hand on Kalen's shoulder. I know you feel something different, but iron and life are alike. They become whatever you decide to make of them. Kalen nodded, though without conviction. He wanted to believe his life would be simple. But deep down, a certainty was growing. He was made for something else. That night, fate struck, literally, from the sky. A deep rumble split the darkness. Kalen woke with a start, running outside the forge. The sky had opened up, torn by streaks of blood red. Fiery fragments of stars fell like burning tears. One of them crashed beyond the hill, leaving a trail of black smoke. Kalen and Darian ran toward the crater. The ground was cracked, stones scattered like broken bones. In the center, a dark mist rose, and shapes began to emerge, liquid shadow figures, faceless, with empty white eyes. The Voidborn. Darian drew a war hammer from his back, a relic of an age he never spoke of. Kalen, run, but Kalen didn't move. A familiar heat rose inside him, burning, irresistible. When one of the Voidborn leapt, Darian interposed himself, and was pierced through. His cry of pain tore Kalen deeper than any blade ever could. Something snapped inside him. The rune on his chest exploded in a blinding flash. The air vibrated. Threads of golden energy burst from him, swirling like fragments of stars. The ground cracked open, a shockwave sweeping across the Voidborn, turning everything to ash, even part of the village. When the light faded, only ruins remained. And Kalen, alone, kneeling in the ashes, his gaze empty. Chapter 2. The fractured paths. Kalen wandered for days, aimless, fleeing the guilt and fear of what he had become. The magic burned in him like poison. His nightmares were filled with faces he couldn't save, their features melting into golden mists. The first time he consciously used the echo, it was by accident. Famished, hunted by wolves in the Silvara woods, he raised his hands to defend himself, and the magic erupted. A shard of pure light, sharp as glass, reduced the beasts to ashes. Kalen fell to his knees, horrified by his own power. In Veira, a sprawling city suspended between cliffs, Kalen met Lyra, a thief with silver hair and mischievous eyes. She tried to steal his coin purse. He chased her through narrow alleys, and when he caught her, his anger exploded. The rune lit up, sending Lyra to the ground in a flash of energy. What was that? She hissed, getting up with a knife in hand. I don't know, Kalen replied, breathless. Curiously, she didn't run. Perhaps fear and fascination were two sides of the same coin. They ended up traveling together, Kalen discovering that behind Lyra's arrogance was a pain as deep as his own. They met. Chapter 3. The Whisper of the Void. In the ruins of the Nerith Library, they met Nissa, a scholar able to read the stars. She revealed the truth to them. What you bear is a fragment of the heart of Astra, a relic of a dead god. This power does not belong to any mortal. It is the memory of the universe. The echo. Every time you use it, you rewrite reality. But they were not the only ones who coveted this power. The growing shadow behind them had a name. The Archon of the Void, once human, consumed by pain and determined to erase existence to end all suffering. Kalen, consumed by guilt and fear of becoming a monster, began to lose his grip. His spells became uncontrollable. Magic cracked his skin, leaving glowing marks. In Solaris, the city suspended above the abyss, Kalen faced the Archon. "You think you can save the world, Kalen? The world is poison. Let me erase it. We will finally find peace." Kalen clenched his fists, the rune burning. He thought of Darian, of Brizrash, of his friends. Then he released the tension, extending his hand. "It's not peace if it erases what matters." The echo responded, not with destruction, but with creation. Light enveloped the Archon, not to destroy him, but to set him free. Epilogue. The Echo of Stars. Kalen did not become a king, nor a god. He simply walked on, an endless traveler, bearing the echo not as a weapon, but as a story. Some say he became a star. Others say he is still out there, where legends are born. And if you listen carefully, sometimes, in the silence of the night, you can hear a whisper, the echo of a boy who chose to remain human.